Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Genetics Creations. Guys, if there is anybody there, we've been having a lot of tech issues and there was another update with the OBS software. So if anyone is out there, please let me know as you guys come in. Just throw me a comment. I have all the same stuff going on. I've got the chat up. I've got also the speech thing going on, so it'll be good. Hopefully we're in good places. But welcome. If you guys are new here, I teach crochet. My name is Jen. I teach a live free class every Thursday here on YouTube, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, every week. Same time, same place. We do a lot of different crafts. We've done blankets, we've done granny squares, we've done amigurumi, we've done shawls, we do a lot of wearables, and this week we are going to be finishing what we started the last 2 weeks. So the last 2 weeks we've been working on this purse. We've kind of been going rogue from the start. So we did have 2 weeks ago we had a diagram. I taught you guys how to use that diagram to make this sunflower, and then last week we increased and we added to the sides of it, so you should have 2 sides, and then we used a Tunisian crochet technique to go ahead and create these straps. So your strap should be big enough by now to reach around the entire base and create some kind of handle on top. I was going to go shoulder strap size, but started running out of yarn and wanted to make sure that you guys had something to work with as far as what you're going to be doing in your homes. So, and yes, I see that we're getting some viewers in. Please let me know if you can hear me, because I know the past few weeks we've had some tech issues and I've done a lot of upgrades, but I want to make sure that they're working. So please let me know in the chat if you're here, if you can hear me loud and clear, and then we're going to get started very slowly and shortly. We're going to get started finishing our bag. This is a live class. If you're watching it after the fact, you can do the same thing. Please let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions along the way. I do respond to everything myself, so be patient with me, but I promise I'll get back to you. I want everyone, my passion and desire is to have everyone stitching. So again, if you're new here, my name is Jen. I teach crochet every week. I also write patterns and I also sell my patterns and my items. So there's a lot of things that you can ask me, all things business, crochet, otherwise. But if anyone is there, I would love for someone to let me know if they can hear me. Can you hear me? That way I know whether or not all of these tech issues have kind of worked themselves out. I'm going to test this out. Let me know if you hear me. Alright, we'll put that in there just in case.
Please let me know if you hear me.
At least I know that's working. And then, yes, I see more people are dropping in. Welcome. We haven't started anything yet, so if you're running a little bit late, no worries. You haven't missed anything. But let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
So, week of no issues. This is going to be a nice one. Good. Welcome, Kelsey. Hello, Grace. You guys getting ready to finish your bag? Adelina, hi. Okay, I'm glad. This means that we are starting off on the right page from day one. If you guys have this side that still looks kind of like this, don't fret. I'm going to show you how to finish this as well as connect it. Again, we're kind of going rogue still, so good, bad, or ugly, we're going to have ourselves a purse when all is said and done, or a handbag, or whatever else you guys want to call it. Let's see, couple things. The pattern everyone has been waiting for, the triangle shawl. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. This has now been released. So if you guys have been waiting for it, it just got released literally like 15 minutes ago. So the link is in my bio. I'll also put it here so you guys can kind of see the texture of it. But this one just got released. So this is now available. It's on my Etsy. The link is in my bio. Couple other things. We've got the cord of disses, the discord. I can say that here, haha. The Discord link, if you are not in it, that is pinned to the top of the chat. If you guys watch this video after the fact, I don't want you to feel like you can't get in. Just message. I'll send you a new code because that code will likely expire. That's just kind of how Discord works. But that is where we are going to keep everyone up to date as platforms keep changing, as schedules keep changing, and just with all the kind of updates that we have, as well as it's a great way for you guys to stay connected with other stitchers, as the people in here who are already part of that platform already know. You guys know there's a ton of free patterns in there, a lot of ways you guys can ask for questions, get help, maybe just get inspired with something you've been wanting to crochet and you don't know where to start. We're all there. It's a great community. It's free. Everyone's hanging out and helping each other out. You guys are truly making that an awesome, awesome, awesome place. Okay. Now that I think we've got all of that out of the way, who is stitching with me? Because I know I've got a few people that are already caught up, where they have the 2 panels. You guys have your strap. I want to make sure, if you're not stitching with me, by all means, you're welcome to stay in chat. But if you are stitching with me, I don't want to leave anyone behind as we keep going. So let me know in the chat. Also, there is a free tool that is downloadable for anybody that happens to come by, whether you're during or after. It is a PDF. The link is in the description of this video. It is I said it was a PDF. It's all the stitching guides. So let's say you don't know what an SC is. Maybe you don't know what a DC is. It will have all of that listed for you, and you can print it off. You can have it next to you. So if you want to venture out and try patterns on your own, you guys can do that with a little more confidence, because you at least have like a cheat sheet that'll get you through a lot of those abbreviations and this interesting language we call crochet. So if you're new here, definitely grab that. No one's stitching with me today? Not yet? Because I'm gonna start just kind of plowing through all of this. This is gonna be an easy class today, because most of our stuff was done the last 2 weeks. And again, don't fret. If you missed the last 2 weeks, you guys can always go back and binge it, because all of my classes are available for replay on the Get Hooked playlist. So it turns into a video on this platform, which is great. So you guys can always watch it at your own leisure and crochet along if we go too fast or anything like that. But I want to make sure that we don't go too fast. I don't want to leave any stitcher behind. Okay, so Grace, you're finishing it. Perfect. Are you ready, Miss Grace? Are we ready to get going? And why is it reading some comments but not all of them? We're going to turn this up and hopefully that'll help. Otherwise, we're going to get going. You're just here to support?
I'm here to support.
I love it, Amanda. Trust me, we love all the support. We love all the support. But if you have any questions along the way, I'm here for you. All right. Grace. Perfect. Perfect. I'm glad you're ready. We are going to start with the end of this strap. So you should have all the loops still, because I just finished the other ones. You should have finished casting off. And now we're going to start slip stitching across. So some of what we're doing is going to be a slip stitch, but you're going to be mimicking the same stitch we already were. And if you remember from last week, we were skipping the first vertical bar. We were inserting our hook under this one, and we were pulling up. But this time, for the final row only on Tunisian crochet, you're going to actually pull it through that final loop. And this is going to create the lovely braid that we see on the side. It's going to make one of those going across the top, and it's going to lock all this in, and it'll make it easier for us to slip stitch it to the beginning of our strap. So you're going to keep doing that all the way across. You're just going to find that vertical bar. Let me make sure I'm centered here. You're going to pull up, and don't forget to grab that last one. If you were doing another type of Tunisian stitch, the process is all the same. You're going to do whatever you would do for that bar, and then you're going to pull through that last stitch. Tunisian crochet is so fun, but as you can see, you're getting that nice fancy braid that we're used to seeing with crochet all the way across. And you let me know, Grace, when you've completed that. We do, should we fasten off right there? I kind of want to lock it in, but I don't want to. We're going to end up, no, don't fasten off. We're going to end up slip stitching it to the beginning. So when you get there, you're still grabbing those 2 bars on the side and pulling up all the way through. So you let me know once you've hit that part. And then I'm going to be slip stitching it with both right sides facing each other.
Got it.
What is the right side? Perfect, Grace, thank you. What is the right side and what's the wrong side? The right side is the one, Tunisian always has the wrong side and right side. Standard crochet, not all the time. You guys have done enough standard crochet to know sometimes front and back, like even this, front and back, they look relatively the same. At this point, you're just picking which one you like better and which one you want to face outside. With Tunisian, here, where we see the boxes, that's going to be your right side. Where you see all these like bumpity bumps, that's a technical term. I didn't even know where that one came from. This is your wrong side, okay? What you want to do is put your right side facing together, and I'm going to flip it because I like my loops to be on the front, and we're going to actually slip stitch all of this together. So nothing too crazy. We're going to go, you might want to chain one just to give yourself space, so chain one, and we're going to go into, it's curling a lot, I know, work with it, but I'll show you. If you want to start this way, we can go into the first stitch on the top, and you're just looking for those top 2 braids. Feel free to pull it forward, and you're going to work with both loops. So it's no different than crocheting in both loops. Don't do front loops only, back loops only. You can. It's your garment, but I'm going to do both loops. Then I'm going to grab this one, and you'll notice we have the same braid on the bottom. Another reason why I like Tunisian, all your borders have this. So if you ever wanted to crochet off of any side, it's so easy just to start going off of the side because it's so seamless. Like, you know how sometimes when you do like single crochet and then you go back through and do the border, a lot of times you don't have those clear cut, you don't know where to crochet into, you're kind of guessing. You don't have that with Tunisian, which is nice. That's a big appeal for me anyway. And I'm just gonna slip stitch. There's a million different ways that you can stitch things together. This is just what I'm picking. You guys could sew it if you wanted to. I like to stitch my items together. Again, look, I'm grabbing the first 2 on this panel, the second 2 on this panel. So you technically have 4 loops if you don't include this one that you started with. And then you're going to pull through, and you're going to pull through. And you're going to keep doing that all the way across. Why am I choosing to stitch it instead of sew it? Just because I feel like the tension on the seam is a little bit more consistent with the rest of the project. If you've ever sewn like granny squares together, or you've ever sewn like anything together, you'll notice that like when you go to stretch the garment, you'll feel the line ever so slightly in between your work, or you'll feel it right where the seam is, and you want to, this is how I avoid that. Why does it feel like I have lost stitches along the way somehow? We're not going to talk about that, Jen. We're not going to talk about that. But I hope that makes sense because, let's see, I'm just double counting my stitches because I do feel like I'm off by a stitch too. Nope, that corner is going to come up when I get over there, so guess we'll trust the process. I'm going to hide this seam anyway, so if you find yourself like, oh, it's not quite lining up, I'll show you. We're going to hide this. We're going to put this on the bottom of the bag. We're going to put the seam on the bottom of the bag so nobody will notice. They're not going to know. They're going to know. They're not going to know. That's the goal. Some of these chains are a little bit tight. No worries, just go slow and try to grab everything that you can. I probably should have done my final row a little bit looser. Mental note, chain loosely, slip stitch loosely. I don't like how this lined up, but it's alright. Hopefully, Grace, you're doing good. I am almost at the end, and when you get to that end, we're going to fasten off. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit because it looked like I might have dropped a stitch somewhere, but that's okay. Boom, boom. And how do I fasten off? Oh goodness, hold on, I'm dropping stuff. I'm dropping stuff. Okay. How do I fasten that off? Nice and easy. I already have cut my yarn, but I'm going to do a chain, and we're going to pull it all the way through. I clearly left an extremely long tail that I didn't need to leave, but that is okay. And now you should have something that kind of looks like that. When you see what I mean, that it didn't line up 100%, sometimes that happens. I could have gone back and adjusted that first stitch to be one over, but I already know I'm going to be sewing this in, so it's going to end up hiding itself. So if you're in that same boat, it's okay. We're going to hide it. Oh, I should not have done that. I should not have cut so close to the knot. God bless America. Okay, since I did that, I'm just going to tie this real quick just to make sure I don't. I kind of got a little scissor happy. I just want to make sure it doesn't come undone. So I'm just going to cheat, boom, and tie that. It happens to the best of us. Okay. Boom, boom. Now you should have a big, long strap. Okay? Now I kind of want to do what we were talking about. Olivia had mentioned when she stitched hers together, she wanted to keep this kind of popping forward and leave the seam, so she single crocheted around the outside. We're going to kind of mimic that. But how am I going to start? I'm going to wing it, to be honest with you. There's not a whole lot of like real easy ways to find this. I'm going to line up my seam with the center of one of the sides. I want this to kind of come out when we're done, and this is just my plan. That means I've got to line up. I want to start here, going around, and then I want to leave this bottom section open. So my plan is to line this up kind of with the center, wrap that up, and we're going to start crocheting this together roughly about here. So you can line those up. Let's see, do I want to work? Hello, Mrs. Dutman. And actually, since we crochet in the left direction, I'm going to start on the other side just to make it easier. So line it up with the center, line it up around the left side, and we're going to start here. That way my seam is on the outside, and it won't affect this seam. And we're going to kind of just go for it, Grace. There's not a whole lot of method to our madness. So I'm going to leave that there. When I say go for it, that's where you bring your yarn in. Go ahead and do another slip knot. And now it's time to join. Are you nervous? I'm not nervous. We've got this. I'm not nervous. But this is usually when I start getting worried that I'm going to mess something up. It's okay. We can always frog it. Don't get too worried. It's good to go for it. All right. Mrs. Dutman, how are you? How are the minions treating you? When you find this corner space, I'm going to go directly into this space, and I'm grabbing both of these. So you'll notice we've got the side of our strap has that little braid. I'm grabbing both loops. Our first one is going into the corner of our granny square, this extended granny square that we've got, so into that corner. And I'm just going to go into the space. You could go into the chains if you really want to be hyper, like, you know, consistent or whatever. Now I'm going to do what Olivia did, and she said single crochet. So we're going to single crochet these together. If you would rather do a slip stitch, you're more than welcome to. That's another way that you could be doing this. And if that's the case, you're just going to pull through again. I'm going to single crochet. So I've inserted the hook. I've pulled up one.
Baby need to go to bed already. Minnie is being himself.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Finish that single crochet, so you're going to pull through. Well, at least you have one that's kind of out of your hair for a little bit, right, Mrs. Dutman? Grab the next side, both loops, no different than if you were stitching. And now I'm starting to go into the actual stitch on top. And I'm grabbing both again. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Pull up the one, pull up the two. Okay? And we're going to do that all the way around until we get to this other side. Don't do your fourth side. You only want to do 3 sides. Pull up one, pull up two. Let me know if you have any questions, Grace. I feel like you've got this, but I just want to make sure you're good if you have any questions. And you're going to keep going all the way around. I've never sewn them together like this way, but Olivia said it was nice to have the seam on the outside, and I do see it. It looks clean. Kind of like when you do, like, I think it's called, not boning, it's that piping, like when you sew and you put piping in bags to kind of give it that, like, crisp edge. Is it piping, or is it something else that it's called? Mrs. Dutman, you're my sewer in the group. You should know. You're probably like, yeah, it's this.
No. Thumbs down both in my hair and up my you-know-what all day long.
No.
Oldest is being a shit.
Oh, no! Oh, well, tell the oldest one, if he's going to be the oldest, he needs to be more responsible. He needs to be more responsible. This is crazy. Welcome in. If you guys are new here, I teach a weekly live class. This is the third class that we've been working on this project. We will finish it today. All of my classes are available for replay, so you can totally go back. We have started this one 2 weeks ago. We finished adding all the blue elements last week, and this week we are putting our handbag together. I have tons of classes that you guys can watch, though, and tons of free tutorials. So if you wanted to learn crochet, you are in the right place. But if you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. I teach crochet, I write patterns, and I also sell my items, so I'm pretty familiar with a lot of things crochet world. But I'd love to get to know you. And welcome, welcome. Alright, I am approaching my first corner. Normally we do additional stitches in the corner if we were looking to stay flat. I'm just gonna do one. I'm just going to keep going as if this is a circle. So I'm going to do one right here and one in that corner.
Stitch. Not that that's a beginner stitch. Woke him up to cut the lawn, and it took him 2.5 hours before he got up to go out and do the job.
Dude, Lorraine, the crab stitch would be great.
All had to be done before Dad got home.
The crab stitch is actually one of my favorite ones for borders on a lot of projects, and a lot of us know the crab stitch already because we did the wind spinners. And if you guys remember that final stitch, which was the crab stitch, remind me, it was slip stitch chain one, right? Lorraine, slip stitch chain one, slip stitch chain one. That would totally work. It would totally work. I can totally demonstrate it later. But it's in here, you guys. I can actually demonstrate now what she's talking about. It's a great one. I'm just going to do it on this little swap. So you're slip stitching, chain one, slip stitching, chain one, slip stitching, chain one. And what's nice about the crab stitch, I'll do a couple more so you guys can actually see it. I like it on borders for blankets and a lot of other things. I know we used it in the wind spinner, but it creates another style. It kind of looks like a zigzag going back and forth, but it's another fine, it's a really good border stitch.
It's backward single stitch.
And I always mix that one up, Lorraine. Okay, well, the one I showed you, I forget what it is, but it's another one that's popular with borders. Yeah, the backwards one she's mentioning is you're literally working backwards. So you're in this stitch, you're going into the previous stitch, so you're working backwards. Pull up one, pull up two, and then you'll go backwards again. And it's a single crochet. 1, 2, backwards, 1, 2. This would work also. Another really good border one, and this one actually has more texture than the other one. I'll finish this one. Grace, if you're confused, don't worry, don't do this because I walked you through single crochet, but this is what she's referring to, and it creates this beautiful like spiral texture going around. I always mix those two stitches up, Lorraine. I don't remember what the other one's called, but yes, that is the one. This would also work very well if you wanted to do that. If you did that, you're going to want to start on the other side, though, because you're working backwards. And I'd say that's, I mean, I don't know if it's truly a beginner or not, but it works. It works. Okay, so now I'm going back to what I was doing, because I clearly, there we go. I'm going to keep doing single crochets, but those are great alternatives, and if anyone's comfortable with it, by all means, have at it. Have at it. You know all of these? Good, no, Grace. Good, Grace. Good, good, good. Yeah, you're not a newbie, Grace. You're not a newbie. But if anyone else has any questions or wants me to demonstrate any of that over again, excuse the dog hair, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. We're getting close to that seam on the bottom. I'm really glad we put it on the bottom. because it'll hide a lot. Da, 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 da. I'm about to go over that. If you have any loose yarn, you can also crochet over that, and that'll minimize what you have to sew in later. And we all know how much us crocheters despise weaving in ends, so my suggestion is crochet over them.
How's Jen doing today, lol?
I'm doing good! I had a lot of catching up to do. I still have a lot of catching up to do, but I'm doing good. How are you guys? I feel like I'm out of the loop when I don't go live on the other platform before class. I feel like I have so much catching up to do. But I did get the pattern release, so yay me! Because I know some people are waiting for that, so I'm glad I kind of took the hit and finished that real quick, because otherwise it would never get done. You guys know how much I can get lost in time. And I still have to finish the gloves pattern that we're working on. But it'll get done. It'll get done all in time. Grace, which method are you picking? Which set of stitches? Are you doing a single crochet or are you doing the crab stitch? What did you end up picking?
I'm just doing fringe on the black shawl roll.
Oh my gosh! I need to see that. Which version shawl did you do? I'm trying to remember. I'm glad you asked again, because I think you came in just a smidge after I discussed it. So hold on, I'll show you. It is this one. It was when I did that live shop. You guys all wanted this one, and it's a nice easy one. It uses a lot of double crochets, so this is a good one. This is a good beginner friendly one. You're doing single crochet? Okay. I'm actually liking the way it turned out with single crochet. But Lorraine, I totally now want to do another one using the crab stitch, because I also liked the way that was looking. And it was really creating a pronounced texture. Don't forget, I'm only doing one stitch in that corner, and I'm just going to keep going across onto that third side. When we reach the other corners, when we're going to fasten off, and then we'll do our other side. This actually turned out so cute. I might have to make more. I never was someone who was like in the market for a crochet bag. I want to do those origami bags next. If you guys have seen those, I think Ara was talking about it, but I came across it on one of my FYPs, and you can do it in any stitch.
Ounces protein, coffee, and 20 ounces of water. I still want a soda.
I don't know if the desire for soda goes away, like, it goes away in time, let's put it that way. It goes away in time.
Do you remember your first YT class mesh shawl? That's the one I'm doing.
Yes, I do remember that one, because it's one of my favorite projects to make almost in any yarn, because it's like a go-to safe project. So I'm glad you're making that one, Amanda. But you did it in black? One of the ones I have in my closet that I wear all the time is black. I totally support that. It goes with all of my outfits. Unless I'm wearing black. If I'm wearing black, then I put on a pop of color. I also am trying to wear less black because I'm always covered in dog hair. And the last thing I need is it showing off more than it already does.
It usually does, but I know that it's lack of water that causes me to crave it.
Is it?
I've seen the origami bag.
That would make sense. You've never seen it? I'll have to show you. It's kind of cool because you make a rectangle and then you fold one flap over and you fold this flap you fold both flaps up, and then they come to a point. You can either add a handle then, or you can just sew that together, and then you sew the two sides, and it becomes like it's just a really cute pouch. I used to make them in sewing. I used to sew like random fabric together to make it, because all you needed was a rectangle when all was said and done. But then I found out you could obviously crochet them, and the crochet ones look so pretty, and especially if you use like thicker stitches.
I want to make that.
Yeah. It's been on my list for a minute, so we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to make that. We're just gonna have to pick a stitch, Grace. Once we pick what stitch we want to make it in, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, when you get to that third side, and that third side's done, you can go ahead and cut. Again, fasten it off the way you would. I'm going to cut this because we've already crocheted that in, and I don't want to...
because I crave the carbonation, but that dehydrates me in the process and will cause my kidneys to hurt if I drink too much.
Yes! If you have kidney problems, so does like the last thing you should be drinking. Okay. Now, I want to do the other side, and when I crochet, I crochet that way. So we want to start on the left side. So the other strap that we're connecting is going to be no different. I'm just stretching this out and kind of blocking it, doing no different what you would do if you were blocking it. Here's how that looks. Nice and together. So let's go ahead.
Regularly when I was pregnant with Mini Boy 6.5 years ago.
You quit drinking soda? I honestly, budget is why I quit drinking it, because we couldn't afford soda anymore, so we just stopped getting it, which is kind of a nice benefit. Alright, so now what we want to do, Grace, is what we got to do is be careful and make sure that we start on the same point over here. The good news is you have these great grid lines that should help you figure out which stitch to start joining it into. And when I pull this out, I can see that it's this one that I crocheted into. I'm just going to take my hook out, go all the way across, and boom, that's the starting point for this one.
Blue gem.
It is a good blue. Thank you, Adelina.
Okay.
That's the only red flag I see as a potential area of concern, because if you get these all unlined, then you're going to have a cockeyed, crooked bag. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I am going to get a slip stitch first.
Now I just drink it when we eat out. I finally got the oldest to not drink it at home now. So I don't even buy it for the house.
Yeah, I don't buy it for the house either. And yes, when we go out, of course, the kid always gets it. And I can't, whatever. As long as he's not drinking it all the time, I guess that's when it's not so bad. So again, we went straight across. We picked our corresponding stitch. I'm just going to go and loop it right into that corner. Nothing crazy. I'm not trying to find the chains. I'm going into the space. So just loop it there and single crochet. This has those corners lined up. So you can see we went straight across. And then I'm going to keep going.
The blue just works somehow.
It's weird that it works, because I would have never in my wildest dreams put these colors together. But I did it because I saw one of you guys do it, and it looked amazing. So I'm like, that's it. It's happening. So thank you. I love being inspired. And I love seeing different ways to bring all of these things together. Am I about to go into the same stitch twice? Jen, bad girl. Okay, hold on. That stitch got a little loose. There we go. There we go. Grace, you said you were going to line it. Did you end up doing that? I found a video on a different strategy for sewing on lining for these.
I'm not cooking. Sadly, my crock pot is still soaking in the sink.
Oh, at least yours still works, Mrs. Detman. I still need to replace mine. I will. In time. I will. And I haven't had a pizza night in a while, so enjoy. We have a family reunion this weekend. I'm going to be up in the Stockton area. Oh, that's a drive. Adelina, you know where Stockton is. That's a drive. But it's a family reunion. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. That one always is done really well. They have tons of games. All the kids enjoy it. We end up staying super late, so it'll be great. You said not yet, Grace. I'm kind of lost. What were you not yetting? I can't remember what I asked you. 10-second Tom right here. That's what I am half the time.
Stop crying.
Oh. Soft crying. I think I might need to turn that part of the speech to text thing on. This Jane Bot's programmed a little differently. And I didn't have a good voice. I'm going to have to see if there's other voices out there, because it works for now.
That's a long drive. Is this hubby's family?
This is hubby's family. Oh, no lining yet. That's right. That's right. Got you. Got you. I saw a video. I'm going to have to find it and send it to you, because it was a good way to do the lining, and I didn't even think to... It's hand sew, but they sewed it on, but and they sewed it... Sewed it? That is the right word, right? And when they sewed it, when they stitched it, I don't know, they hand sewed it below this line, and then they crocheted into it.
Cinnamon sugar on it, lol.
So it was kind of cool to see how they attached the fabric. Baby buttered bread with cinnamon sugar. Oh my god. That actually sounds so good. I used to do that all the time. I haven't had that in a while. Dang it, Mrs. Detman. I might need to make some. Giving me all kinds of cravings. What the heck? This is why I'm glad I don't have a period anymore. Menopause for the win. Less cravings.
Lol, it's a good snack.
It is a good snack. You can also do it with tortillas. Because I know we used to do tortillas with butter all the time, roll them up. Oh, it's so good. My husband calls it a Mexican fruit roll-up. He's such a nerd.
Hey, Stitches.
What is up, Shayna? How are you? Tortilla with butter. Yes, Adelina. Yes. It is one thing I can cook, Adelina, not mess up. Shayna, what are you up to? Did you work today? Hopefully your special employee wasn't being special today. Ain't nobody got time for that 2 days in a row. Alright, I'm at the seam on the bottom. Don't forget, after we end up stitching all this together, we got to still fasten in all the ends, but we are rocking and rolling on this. This is turning out way better than I actually thought it would. Oh, it's so funny how that happens.
In menopause, Jen, I didn't know you were done.
I am!
Shayna. Lol, Jen rolling on the floor laughing. Tired I did. Jane Bot on here sounds British, haha. Rolling on the
I think she's actually UK.
Decided it was a good idea to eat my chocolate today, pouting.
No, that was not a good idea, Mrs. Detman. He needs to go get you more. I know, you're like, he can't. He's like, what is he, 4? I don't know which one this one is. He's your older one, so he might be a little bit older. I can't remember how old your kids are. Oh my goodness. And yes, Adelina, completely. It's so crazy.
He was off, yay.
Because technically, I'm still too young for that. He was off? Oh, that's good, Shayna. Oh, you got a break today. That's really good. Are you on your way home? Are you going to be stitching with us when we get on to TikTok?
He can see 6. Lol.
6. He can walk. Give him his little tricycle. Tell him to go get some more. I'm kidding, Mrs. Detman. Don't do this. This is bad advice. Oh, this is bad advice. This is terrible advice. But seriously, he ate your chocolate. Like, he's lucky the world's still turning. I remember once when my husband finished off my Oreos while I was pregnant, and that was like a craving of mine. Like, oh yeah, he almost got sent into the afterlife on that one. I'm at the... You're on the way! Yes! Alright, I'm at the corner again. I'm just doing the one stitch.
Middle is 6 and I call him Minnie. Daughter is 19 months and I still call her the baby.
Why did I not I didn't know you had a 15-year-old. You have 3?
That's why I feel it's 5 o'clock somewhere at 9 a.m. lol.
You have 3? You do have a little zoo.
Stop and grab some more for me.
There you go. That's good, yes. Ask hubby. Tell him if you want sanity when you get home. Minion ate my sanity. I need more. You feel like it's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's 9 a.m. Is it? No, it's not. It's 2:40 here. But, you know, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Go for it, Adelina. Grace, I'm on the last side. How much more do you have? I'm about to start weaving in ends. I'm so excited. This is really coming together. I did not expect it to come together well at all.
Snow cones all day too lol.
You always want snow cones? Get a snow cone machine. You can make them at home. That would be kind of fun. Or it would be like, well, I don't know. It can't have that many calories. Depends on what you flavor it with. They do have them, though.
And I am having baby fever and want another, but IDK if my body can deliver another 10 pounds plus baby.
Yeah, no.
540 here. I'm
so glad my son was so close to being 10 pounds and he came 2 weeks early. Thank God. 540, Amanda. What's 540? I missed something. Oh, 540 over where you're at. There you go. Adelina, Amanda's your scapegoat. It's 540 where Amanda's at. Go for it, Adelina. No one will judge.
Not RT now. Was a dentist at 850 this morning and got out at 12:50.
Oh, no. Dentist is no fun. Again? Weren't you just at the dentist? I'm so sorry, my love. Follow-up visit?
I have snow cone machine. Yummy family loves it. Yummy face.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Have at it. Problem is, whatever you flavor it with, you might have to start switching that up or something. Guys, if you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jen. I teach crochet. We do a weekly live class where people can come and ask questions, make sure I clarify things.
6 ounces at birth, and that was full term.
Classes every week Thursday. Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys are ever wanting to learn crochet, want to learn different projects, you're in the right place. Just subscribe, turn on the notifications, all that stuff. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Again, I'm fastening off just by pulling it through, cutting it, and finish pulling it through. Pull it tight. Great news is, look at that. Look how much yarn we used. We almost used all of it. I'm going to have to make, save this. You guys know, this can make bookmarks. I don't know how to make bookmarks. Great news! I have a tutorial, and it walks you guys through it, and it's free. So you can make butterflies, hearts, flowers. This will probably make about, like, I don't know, 3 bookmarks, maybe 4, maybe more. Alright, time to weave in all of this crazy madness. So, take your yarn needle. If you aren't allowed to say those words, we've been starting to call it a noodle, because on certain platforms these words are getting bananered.
But had a cavity in my right molar mouth is still numb upside down face.
Oh no, Adelina, that's no fun. I'm in the same boat though. I'm going to have to go in and get a lot of dental work done soon because I had some fillings come out and they've been out for a while, so you know how that goes. Oh, this adulting thing we do. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay, if you're new to sewing in ends or weaving in ends, I use a noodle or a yarn needle. It's easier. You can, if you don't have these, you can easily insert your hook, pull these loops through, and work them through your stitches. I just try to aim for where the yarn is already going, and I try to go under any loops that I find. You don't want to create...
The dryer is screaming at me.
You don't... You don't want to create new loops because then you're changing the way the stitches look. So do your best to work with the loops you already have and go back and forth. Notice when you go back and forth, I came out on this side. I'm going to have to create a little bit of a new loop by going over. Otherwise, you're going to undo what you just went through. But it is nice when you can kind of go back and forth in the same area because it does kind of like lock in things without having to account for a lot of stretch because it's all in one little tiny spot on your work. So we'll cut that and we'll keep going with all of our ends. I've got some inside that I'm going to have to flip out. This long strand needs to go, so I'm going to flip this out and weave this in so I can cut it. I'm going to cut it to get started because it's annoying me. I think I left that long because I thought I was going to be sewing with that strand, and I clearly did not. What's good is on the inside, you don't have to be as, you know, picky about where you're threading everything in or sewing everything in, because the inside, obviously, you're hiding it. So you can be a little more haphazard in here and go quicker. That's why some people will actually just bring their strands to the inside so they can kind of go quicker. Let's see if we have anything else. On the inside, we do. Boom. If you guys want to know where you can get these yarn needles, the link is in my link tree. And that link is in the bio. It should be in the description on the video as well. I liked these because they had a big eye, which is easier for getting that yarn into, because we already know sewing thread can be hard enough to like get into the eye of a needle, let alone a big chunk of yarn. So you do kind of want to make sure you have a good size eye. They also have plastic ones. I know a lot of, like, I personally cannot use the plastic ones. I break them. In fact, that's why I don't have one to show you, because I have broken all of the other ones that I had. That's why I don't recommend using the plastic ones. Plus, the plastic ones, what's nice is they are wider on the eye. But if you ever want to sew in buttons to your work, like headbands are really nice to add buttons to, you aren't going to be able to get those plastic.
You going on TT after here?
I am. You're not going to have those plastic needles be able to get through a bead. So if you ever want to do beadwork and stuff, you might just want to make it easier on yourself. Get one of these that has a variety of different sizes in it, and it'll work. It'll work perfect. But yes, I will be on TikTok afterwards today. I know, I missed you guys this morning, but I had to finish that pattern. I had to. I have no time this weekend to play catch-up, so it was a good thing, but I missed your faces. So yes, we're going to get...
I used to call large darning needles crowbars.
Did she?
On gloves.
I've never heard of that. That's funny. Why did she call them crowbars? Let's see, make sure we're still good. And we're going to keep weaving all this in. But yeah, I'll take a quick break after this class. We'll get recaffeinated because I like my afternoon coffee, especially after I've done all my teaching for the week, because now we can go into preparing for Fun Friday.
I was on Olivia's this morning.
Yeah? How did she do? What was she stitching? She's still working on that shawl? She's really liking that pattern, which I'm glad. I'm so glad you guys like these things. I think it was a bit... What? What do you mean she was being dramatic? What do you mean? How can stitching be dramatic? It's yarn.
Coffee.
Oh, coffee? Yeah, oh, whoops, wrong person. Yeah, Adelina, we are going to get some more iced coffee. I made a big picture of it yesterday, so I got plenty left over. I got plenty left over to get us through this afternoon, and I am so excited to be done with all of my, like, obligatory stuff. And that means we can start having fun. This whole adulting grown-up stuff is, like, it's kind of hard. Why did I ever want to grow up?
I can show you my shawl in a bit.
Oh, yes, I can't wait. Is it done then, Amanda? Did you end up finishing it? You were on the fringe, so you were close. Alright, I got 2 more things. Grace, how's yours going? I've got 2 more things to stitch in. See, and even with all that, I was still off. Clearly, I made a boo-boo somewhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. Okay, you see how this one did not line up? I think somewhere along the way I must have skipped a stitch. So what I'm going to do, just to even it out, is I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to go into this and try to even that out, and I'm going to have to even it out 1 more stitch. So I'm going to just bring it through here again. Bring it through here again. Oh my goodness, this I probably should have just used a needle. A noodle. I'm gonna have to break that habit. Alright, there we go, and I'm gonna make that a knot. And that'll at least cinch it together and make it look more even. Not everything can be perfect, but you can hide it to make it better. So that is just little things to pay attention to, and now you can't really notice it. It definitely hid that. Should have just done this from the start. I'm going to tie one more knot just to really secure it, and then we'll weave it in. Alright, time to weave. I'm going to go back into here. I don't want the thread being woven in on the side because, again, I don't want to create those extra loops inadvertently. So I'm going to hide it into this madness where it's less likely to be seen.
This bag is turning out nice. I only wish I had picked TARDIS blue like yours. Beautiful smiling face.
You wish you had picked, oh, a blue like mine? I mean, there's always room to make another one, right, Lorraine? Let's make another one. Thank you, Adelina. Honestly, I'm really surprised. I have never made a crochet bag before. I fully expected this to kind of be one of those things that I'm like, I'll make it, but will I like it? I don't know. And I do. I think it turned out way better than I thought it would, so I'm with you on this one. I'm with you. I'm kind of shocked. Goes to show, sometimes you just need to make something even if you don't think it'll turn out well.
For me, so see if he stops.
Tell him, Mrs. Detman, happy wife, happy wife needs a Snickers. Tell him it's a Snickers emergency. Alright, I'm on my last one, Grace. Where are you at? Are you excited? We're so close.
Yes, TARDIS blue.
Ignore the dog hair. Let's get all that out of there. Is it TARDIS blue? What is TARDIS blue? I just called it blue. I didn't know TARDIS blue was like a thing. You guys are always educating me, I swear. Alright. That was it! That was it!
Oh, he knows that saying lol. He's usually good about getting me chocolate when I ask because I don't ask much.
That's good. That's good. Alright. Well, we are done. I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit so we can show. Ignore the mess. Ignore the mess. Ignore the mess. But we've got ourselves a handbag. You could always make the straps longer. It's all clean on the inside. We've got everything tidied up in there.
From Doctor Who.
And yeah, look, you can take and we're gonna put stuff in it. We're gonna put our yarn in it. I don't know, I'm just finding whatever's on my desk. I got some more yarn in it, and we're just gonna put it in there, and then there you go. There you go, guys.
Educate on saying frying grass, ha ha.
You and the frying grass, Adelina. And from Doctor Who, I need to look this up then. I haven't seen Doctor Who, Lorraine. Oh. Yeah, Shayna, over the head again. I'm so happy with this. This actually was a really fun project. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would make a crochet purse that I actually really like. Especially with granny squares. I don't normally go towards those, but they've been really calling my name lately, so I love venturing out. Feel free to just keep stretching and blocking things out until it really has the shape that you want. But, I mean, that's it, you guys. We have completed another fun project. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, Grace, how did you do? Are you still stitching yours together? You might have gone a little bit slower than I did, because I think I kind of rushed, and that's I might have dropped a stitch.
Freaking cute purse. It came out so good.
I'm really excited about this. Thanks, guys. You guys picked the colors, so you should be thanking yourselves too. You guys picked the colors. All right. Grace, I'm done. I want to make sure you're good before I end the live, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and we're going to hop over to YouTube.
The flower sticks out so well.
It does. It really does. And the blue makes it pop more. So I'm really excited about this. And guys, if you're coming in, because I see a few people trickling in. No, you're good. You're good, Grace. I can't wait to see the pictures because I know you always post them in the cord. So for those of you that are new, you guys probably came in a little late. We are wrapping up. We finished this purse, but the great news is all of my lives are available for replay afterwards. So the second we end this live, you can go back and watch it. This was a 3-part class.
Blanket and just make my squares into a bag, lol. You mean TikTok, lol?
Yes, I'm going to be on TikTok in a second. I don't know what I said at this point. I'm about to scrap this blanket and just make my squares into a bag. Do it, Kelsey. I mean, don't scrap the blanket. Do both, Kelsey. Do both. Do both. But yes, if you guys are new here, this was a 3-class project. Class 1, we learned how to read the granny square. I taught you how to use a diagram to make this granny square. So you're going to learn diagrams. Then we went rogue after that, and we added to it. We created the strap. The strap is Tunisian, so you're going to get some entry-level stuff into Tunisian crochet. That is on my last week's class, and then this week we put it all together. So if you guys are new, yes, I don't know what I've said at this point, Mrs. Devin, but on YouTube, all my classes are available for replay. The Get Hooked playlist will have everything. I have a ton more coming. We have a new class next week, Thursday, 2 o'clock, Pacific Standard Time. And then I stitch Monday through Friday on TikTok. I'm making sure I'm saying all this right. So if you want more support or more Crochet Live, you guys can always show up there and ask questions along the way. If you have anything that you guys are requesting to learn, please put it in the chat. Even if you're requesting it after this class, like you're not watching it live with me and you just go, oh, I want to learn this, throw it in the chat. I've seen a few things come through. I slot it for the next classes. I know some people are looking for bramble baskets. That came up, so I'm going to have to do that one next. Maybe next. I don't know. I've got to actually find the pattern first. Because it was one that I kind of wrote and I have to rewrite it because I never put it on paper. You guys have never seen me do that before, right? I'll remember it. I don't need to write it down. Famous last words. Famous last words. But yes, please subscribe. Turn on the notifications. We'll be here same time, same place next Thursday. And yes, thank you, Grace. Grace, yay! We're back, buddies. We're back, buddies. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get caffeinated again because apparently I can never have too much caffeine. I'll see you guys on TikTok, and then I'll see you guys all back here on YouTube next Thursday. All right, guys. I'll see you in the lives. Bye! Good job, Grace! Bye, guys!